Yeah? Hold it. Hey, guess what? What? Guess what? Come here. Thanks to all you loyal readers and followers on Tiny Town, people who like Once a Mighty, Chad's only about, I don't know, he's only about this big. He came up to Bridge House and said, come on back down here, get on down here and play some more of that music. Just don't play it so long and keep your introductions shorter. We don't care if you wear goggles, and we don't care if you wear police tape on your hat. And but then I got distracted. I come running down here all the way from Bridge House in my pajamas. And then I walked in the door, and Chad had opened the book up, the next Haworth catalog from 1981, and guess what Chad was looking at? Community sex session. Yeah. Oh man, shit. Oh yeah, they gave me this up at Bridge House. This means I'm an honorary member of Bridge House until I prove myself. I don't know what you gotta prove up there. Doesn't seem like you have to prove anything except that you can perform on occasion. Anyway, he looks like he was reading the part about the joy of that Chad's gay. Okay, so he was reading the Gay Access part by Dan Allen and Richard Hall. And I don't even know if any of these books are still published. Well, anyway, that's Chad for you. I better go put it back where it was. Anyway, that's enough of that, huh? Chad, what a little guy, man. He came all the way up there. He just said, they said, stay a spell, Chad, and have some crackers. Chad loves crackers. You know, he's only about this big. He's made of plastic, and he likes to eat crackers. I don't know what I'm going to play. I'm so excited to be back. But once somebody said, now how'd I ever wind up in such a small place like this? I'm from a big city. And I never meant to live here. I'm getting out of here. Everybody that lives here by default. That's not true. I'm here to tell you. I'm here, well, I'm here because of social services. And I guess they're right. But whether you're here by default, you got a job here, or your dad's a professor, at some point sooner or later, if you got the big city genes, man, you gotta wonder. Instead of doing drugs and hanging with my buddies. How'd I ever wind up in a tiny town? Was she worth it? Was she worth it? Now I'm stuck with two kids. I can't afford to live in tiny town. Sucked up in my tiny love in a tiny town. I'm on a tiny town kind of trip. Tiny town, oh, won't you tell me please?
education, then I'll head out of this tiny town. But I wound up on a locked ward. I couldn't finish my PhD. I couldn't finish my PhD. And I'm still gonna write that book. I told you I was gonna write back in 1981. Back in 1981. In a tiny town. Stuck here in a tiny town. Up in tiny town. Wind up in a tiny town. Wind up in a tiny town. The tiny town. Stuck at the train tracks, got a heart attack, and I'm never gonna make it up to the hospital. I stayed in a tiny town where they never built an overpass. Overpass on the railroad tracks, and I'm gonna die, yes, I'm gonna die in a tiny town. I was a big city boy, had a need for big city education. And everything that I saw was like a great big celebration. Oh, I see a light at the end of the tunnel. How'd I ever wind up in a tiny town? For me, social services is sweet, yay! I got stuck in a tiny town. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yay for me, I'm in a tiny town. Yeah, 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 yeah. For me, I'm in a tiny town. I would have got killed in one of them big places. Yay for me. I gotta go back and look at some of them pages that Chad was looking at now. And yeah, sure, we know that Tick was a comic strip character with bipolar. We know about these comments, and we know who made them. So watch your ass.